Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. We have in our possession young Timothy.
That's it.
Jono from, what do you think a minute? Not around definitely the London area, that's for sure. I don't know exactly where, but I'll come back and let you know guys, alright? But anyway, 17 plater ST180. Done about 20,000 miles I think this one. So he does use it as his daily car. Previously we've done some bits on this. He had the operated parts that were on Monty's #021, i.e. springs, shocks, front and rear, the Tillet rear silencer, which you can see. So, and the wheels. You can spin around, you see the wheels there to me. And he had the full intake fitted as well. So we done all that last time round. All right, so this time it's come back for some more mods. So, and still with Monty's parts with regards to the diff. So we took the Quaife diff. The M Sport cars, like #021, come with Quaife diffs from well, not from stock, but you know, from Tarnock Garage where it was purchased from, and then a couple of other dealers that were allowed to sell the M Sport cars. All right. So, which you can see here, look. So we'll be taking the round behind you, to me. Gearbox is down.
Yeah.
You know, because you now took the gearbox out. Yeah. So that'll have an open diff in it at the moment. All right. So we're going to be fitting the Quaife ATB diff that come out of Monty's, which is done like no miles, and putting that into Jono's. All right. So new dry chassis seals, obviously the bearings, but it's as it is, so it's not done any mileage at all. Always change the concentric slave. You know, not worth taking a risk with that because you'll be taking the gearbox out again. All right, this is a standard clutch, which like we said before, the AP clutches are really, really good. So you got the heavy dual mass flywheel, which we said that to you, I think we weighed it before, and it's considerably, I mean, look, it's ridiculous the difference in the weight. AP clutches are good. No problem at all with that. We ran it in our little beast for quite a while before we decided to upgrade it. You know, it was getting a little bit clattery after a while, but that's because of the punishment it was taking. But loads of meat left on that one, so not that he's ever going to be putting it back in again. But anyway, so we're fitting the tried and tested TTV Racing one. As you know, we work closely with Ben and his team up there. And as it happens, Al, as you can see behind us, is actually fitting the same sort of setup to James's ST225. All right.
Yeah.
So yeah. So there we are. So single plate steel billet flywheel cover, and we've got the on this occasion same as what we run in the Little Beast and Monty runs in #021. This is your paddle plate, 5 paddle plate, ceramic material. It's the most robust of plates, to be honest. You can have an organic one, which gives you a slightly different pedal feel. This is a bit more aggressive, but we talked it through with Jono, give him the options, and this is what he wants to go for. So he knows that the pedal is going to be a bit on off. He knows that he's going to lose the refinement with regards to the gearbox side of it, so you're going to get a bit more chatter because you're losing the refinement. So talk it through, and he knows the score with that. Other things that we're doing, mate, is, as you can see, the studs have all been knocked out, so that was done earlier on this morning. We're having a brake upgrade. So the brake, we're putting Revo big brake kit on the front, which it's not brand new. It's been fitted to our previous vehicle, which on the Little Beast, so, and everything's, they're still really, really, condition's superb. We didn't do that many miles with it, and fresh set of DS2500 brace pads in it. So we'll be fitting that on the front of Jono's and the rears. We've upgraded the rear discs on the hook grooves, C grooves, whatever you want to call it, to match the fronts. DS2500 pads in the rear, braided lines. We'll put the uprated brake fluid through it as well. Extended wheel studs with 10mm H&R eccentric spacers. You need to run that because it wouldn't clear the caliper. All right, so as they came, so because he's got the wheels, the brakes was an upgrade anyway. So you just run a 10 mil spacer, and then but like we said before, we're going to be putting a 10 mil spacer on the back as well, so it looks right and lines right. I've not seen one. I think all the ones that were done by Tanak or whoever else was selling these cars didn't put a 10 mil wheel spacer on the back. So very, very strange. Maybe they couldn't be bothered to change the wheel studs. I don't know. They had to do on the front because the wheel wouldn't clear the caliper out, not with that offset wheel anyway. So that's the reason really. That's it, isn't it really?
Yeah, I think that's it, yeah.
It's only on the transmission side. I mean, it fit the ATB diff, the clutch, all the brakes. Yeah, and no doubt John will be coming back for more upgrades because whilst he's been down here, we have shown him what would be the progress we've been making on the little beast, you know, for his eyes only. And obviously Monty's is here, so he's been getting some ideas off that for future upgrades. So obviously no squeaking in the background there from Al, so he must be busy. Whatever he's doing there, Timmy.
That's it, yeah.
Not a dicky bird out of him, no?
No.
As they say. Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, we got
That's
yeah,
it.
that's something, I suppose, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, he's so busy, look, he's bothered to have a shave, look. You know, this dirty, filthy looking, you know, stubble.
Well, we
Yeah.
cut my neck last night, so we didn't get a chance
Yeah.
to lick the face.
If you're going to do it, you know,
No.
do it properly, mate. Let's not mess around. And watch your head there on that bumper that you just health and safety. Do you want to order that, mate?
Yeah.
Yeah, right, no problem. Just a quick recap on what we're doing with the clutch upgrade, the diff, brakes, etc. So now we've there's open clutches in there, flywheel, etc. The spacers are there, wheel studs are on, extended ones as you can see, H&R centric ones. This is the 10 mil centric spacer, which will go like that. All right. Obviously, don't forget we're going to put the disconnect on first, Alan. So yeah.
Yep.
Which is all in there. That's fine. All right. Clutch is now on. Elan. Right. Well, as you can see, guys, this is the TTV clutch that we talked about. So, billet steel, lightweight flywheel, super light flywheel with the cover. Drive plate is a 5-pad paddle, ceramic, all right, which is what John was opted for. New sleigh, concentric sleigh, as we said, the old one's down there on the floor. And yeah, so swing around here now. So on the bench here, Al, there's your exploded view. All right, so we've got both casings all stripped down. This is your old open diff, as you can see. All right, which is what they come from factory, stock wise. That's fine. Upgrade to that. Well, there's numerous different differentials out there to choose from. This is the reason why we're fitting the Quaife on this. As you can clearly see there, Al, you've already sort of like built this up, haven't you? Back on with the bearings, etc. The races are all in the casing. Yeah, so like I said, this is the Quaife diff that come out of Monty's #021M sport car. So John was done a obviously deal with Monty on that, and now it's going in this car. All right, but yeah, as you can see, all the gearings all stripped down. We check everything, make sure there's no. He's done 20,000 miles, so make sure there's no roughness on any of the bearings. And if there is, check the synchro mesh. Just make sure there's no wear and tear on them. Yeah, and that's it really. So it'll all be. You're quite eager to get this back together, aren't you?
Yep.
But you can't because I'm doing a video in sort of like holding things up. Yeah.
Yep.
Hang on a minute. Oh, we got somebody just going in the the back door there, which is young Timmy. So he's not actually working on a performance car. He's working on a driving school. School 8, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. So big city guys, not just all performance stuff what we do all stuff here. All right. It's just that we have got quite a few performance cars here at the moment, but we cater for the run-of-the-mill stuff as well, Alan.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. We're going to be putting up AS quick shifter on this as well. Alan will do that while the box where he puts all the turret on, and then he'll pop that on afterwards. So it's a bit easier if it was back in the car. So yeah, that's it. So obviously gearbox oil wise, we use the it'll be the Castro 75 fully synthetic, which is what we always use in these. So I'm sure people use other alternatives or they put other grades in or whatever, but we stick with the 75 fully synthetic because that's what's recommended. All right, guys. So yeah, that's it. So we'll catch up soon with another update on what we're doing on Jono's. All right. Cheers, guys. Right, guys. Just the final part of Jono's upgrades that we've been carrying out on previous instalment. All right. So it's just to show you the brakes on it really. So we've now got the Revo big brakes on the front. You have to run a 10mm spacer for the wheel to actually clear the caliper. These are, as you can see, this is the OZ Super Turismos, I think they're called, something like that. That's the ones that you get on the original M Sport cars, but these were the wheels that were off Monty's #021. So same setup as what he had before, effectively just that he's used the Revo brakes that we ran on the little beast beforehand, as opposed to the M Sport ones, but they're all the same anyway. So, and then come to the rear quickly there, Alan. That's the sort of like the matching rears. So what we do is we use a Brembo disc on the back. We get it C-grooved. It's the same as to match the fronts. And get our friends at High Spec to do that for us. DS25 with race pads. Already got the braided lines all the way through. Put the we just run 5.1 fluid in this. That'll do the job. He's not going to be on circuit, you know, really giving it a stack. So that's absolutely fine. So that's all it was really. So share that with you. That's all done. Clutch is all done. I've been doing a few miles on it. Took it home last night just to bed the clutch in a bit. Because it's a paddle, 5 pad paddle plate, ceramic. Takes a little while to bed in. Depends on how you're driving it. So some will bed in quicker than others. With regards to, you know, you get that little on the uptake when you come off the clutch, when you pull away, get a little bit of a squawking noise, a bit like that bird outside that you can hear. Yeah, where it's bedding itself into the flywheel, but that soon disappears, and then it's absolutely fine. It's a little bit on and off, but that's what he wanted, so that's what he's got. And then the only other thing we said was the refinement, lose a bit of refinement on the gearbox side of it, so you get a bit of chatter, but well worth it because it's far more robust, and you're taking all that weight away in you from the original. Well, nothing wrong with the original ones, it's superb for what you're doing with it, but it is quite a heavy unit rotating around there. So yeah, that's it guys. That's just to finish off the upgrades that we've done on Jono's. So usual thing, I mean, especially with customers that have got ST180 or ST200 for that matter, or Mark 8 ST, then please give us a call. The link will be down, we'll put the link in down below, and yeah, we can have a discuss your requirements, not a problem. Alright, so usual thing, like, subscribe, hitting the bell notification button, comments down below, and we'll catch up with you very soon. Thanks guys.